Hi and welcome to the Beer Temple. I am Chris Quinn coming at you from the Beer Temple store. And first things first, I owe you the ratings and reviews guys some shout outs. You guys deserve at least that. So coming up on the next episode, I will be giving you guys some shout outs. But again, thanks always for the reviews. Thank you so much. And some really nice Beer Advocate reviews for the store too. So been awesome guys. Thank you so much. Today I am doing a single beer, kind of a beer that came into the store that I thought sounded interesting, sounded like something that I wanted to try. It is the Cascara Quad. Part of the Lips of Faith series from New Belgium. The Lips of Faith series is kind of their, not one-offs, but their seasonal bombers, usually a little bit more experimental stuff. They do their sours as part of their Lips of Faith series. And in the past, they've really put out some awesome stuff through the Lips of Faith series. Now, they've also done some stuff that necessarily isn't my favorite, but I think when you're experimenting, that's fine. You know, not everything that you throw on the wall is gonna stick, and some people may love it, you know, if it's polarizing. It's kind of like, you know, Dogfish Head is known for this sort of thing. You know, if it's polarizing, you know, some people are gonna love it, some people are not gonna like it. So we'll see what we have here. Really cool kind of South American, Indian, like Incan looking screen print on the bottle here for the Cascara Quad. Cascara apparently is the fruit of the coffee bean, also called coffee cherry, apparently, according to the New Belgium website. And it is a quad, which is like a Belgian dark strong. There, I don't think historically is a true quad style, but it's kind of come to be its own style. So it's like a triple bit bigger. This bad boy comes in at 10% alcohol. It also has dates and, well, yeah, the coffee fruit. So it should be interesting. A lot going on between the Belgian dark strong, or the quad, which is a very robust Belgian yeast forward style. Also, a lot of candied sugar is added to it to beef up the alcohol while keeping the body somewhat light. That's why they, I mean, the Belgians and the Trappists used adjuncts. So, you know, people kind of poo-poo adjuncts and say adjuncts are for Miller and Bud. But, you know, the Belgians use adjuncts. Sugar is an adjunct. It is to boost alcohol while keeping the body light. It doesn't, you know, impart any sugars. This is happening again. Come on. Still in there. Anyway, yeah, it's a way to boost the sugar without boosting the body. We'll give it a pour. It's very cold, so I'm gonna let it warm up just a hint in my hand here. Yeah, so traditionally, I'll say again, that's why they add sugar, because it's 100% fermentable. It leaves very little behind, so it leaves the body that comes from malt, which leaves some kind of long chain sugars and some additional mouthfeel to long chain proteins and such, and mouthfeel body. Now I'm talking out my butt. I should have researched that. It's a little bit of each. It's more complex sugars basically. Ooh, okay. Warming up a more. The first thing I get is definitely the quad, the Belgian candy sugar, the yeasty notes from it. So every bit is a Belgian dark strong. I'm gonna dive back in, try to warm this up a little bit more. I know I'm releasing a lot of the carbonation. High carbonation is part of the quad style, and it is certainly carbonated aggressively. Also murky, man. It's like a murky brown, almost looks like a tea. Not the most attractive looking beer. Could be also because this is cold. Sometimes beers, some of the proteins will kind of show through when they're warm, and it'll clarify when it warms back up again. Definitely getting some cherry notes, some of that candied sugar. I'm trying to pull out some date here. I mean, I do get like figs and dates, but I get that in a normal quad, so I wouldn't know if it's from the fruit or just from the natural quad characteristics. I don't really get any coffee, but again, I don't know what a Cascara would necessarily impart, a coffee or more of a fruity note. It starts out pretty rich and then kind of smooths out. There's definitely some fruitiness. This thing's driving me nuts. I'm gonna have to just like, you know, get a screwdriver and just tighten it, but I'll get to it. There are definitely some fruity components to this beer. Like I said, it starts off full. You get a little bit of a bite from some of the hops, I think, and then it kind of smooths out. You do get a warming sensation from the alcohol in here. I'm not getting really any coffee, which is fine, but I am getting some fruit. I think it says, yeah, coffee cherries added, so I guess it's not coffee, but when you put the word coffee on a label, I'm just gonna look for coffee. It's basically a fairly fruity quad. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting I didn't do this side by side with the quad with plum from Sierra Nevada. In fact, hold on. Let's do it. Why not? Let's compare it. This is the Belgian Quad from Sierra Nevada. Some amazing packaging on this guy. It comes in a 4-pack. This is a quad that Sierra Nevada developed with Abby St. Clairvaux in, I believe, California. They've been doing a nice Avila series. They've been really putting out some nice stuff, and they have a good quad, and this version came out with plum in this little cork and cage bottle. This is going to be room temp, so it's going to be a little different. It's not apples to apples, but let's just see. All right, let's see what the alcohol on this bad boy is. 10% as well. So what do I give this one? I give it an 88. It's fine. It's a good quad. This quad much darker. You know, like a brown, amber red, big foam as well. It's room temp, so the carbonation might jump out a little bit more. Now this one I do get some nice, rich, roasted coffee notes in it. There is no coffee in it. I'm trying to pull out some plum. I'm getting some nice fruit as well. Like a nice toasted caramel, some toffee. Let's see, do I have a glass around here? Yeah, I mean, it's just like a harsher kind of candied sugar note. Much more richness, so much more like brown sugar and molasses and dark fruit. Substantial body as well. A definite pronounced plummy character in here that melds very well with the malt profile. I'm sure there is some candy sugar here, but this is really well put together and it's integrated with the fruit. This seems just a bit muddled. It's fine. Silky smooth too. Man, I like this. I'm gonna go 93 with the Belgian Quad with plum. Kind of a last minute addition. I'm glad I did it because it really is just a wonderful beer. And it just, the finish just keeps getting into like, the plum almost becomes like fig or prune, like these really dried fruit flavors coming forward, and it's very clean. I'm not getting any harsh bitterness. I'm just getting a nice pleasant warmth from the alcohol and a lovely kind of coffeed fruit flavor. Molasses, I think, kind of a molasses plum prune thing going on. Great beer. Yeah, 93 for this. I'll go 88 for the Cascara Quad. There you go, little impromptu, kind of just decided to add one. That's a good thing about working at a beer store. You can just kind of grab something else you think will go with it. Hope you liked this show. Let me know other ideas for shows. I haven't asked for that call out in a while, but let me know, please. Facebook, email, the website is always a great place to leave comments, and please leave a review on iTunes if you so choose. I always love to see those as well. Until next time, guys, I've got 2 fruited quads to drink. One of them is great, so I got something great to drink, and hopefully you do too.